Hi folks, welcome to the video tutorial working with the Navbar. This is an advanced tutorial because we're going to be getting into working with the style sheets. We'll talk about changing the button color and the button hover color. I just want to whip over to our demonstration site, and what we're talking about is the Navbar up here. When you hover over, right, it changes color slightly. This particular product, it doesn't actually have a button color because we're using the background. We like the background of this particular Navbar. Yours may have a certain color of a button, and then when you hover over it, that color will change. So we'll show you how to change or edit both of those. Let's just jump right back into our editor, and let's get into our styles.css, site styles.css. We're going to scroll down a fair ways here. Maybe halfway down the page, okay, and everything is labeled for you. So if you've ever done anything in CSS before, and hopefully by this time, if you're working in these advanced tutorials, you have a bit of an idea of how to work with CSS in a style sheet. But everything's labeled for you. So there's the font colors, the font hover color, padding, the button colors right here. Now the button color by default in this version is called transparent. We don't have one. If you wanted an actual button color, you'd replace the word transparent with a pound, and then you'd pick the color, FF1234 for red, all right? And that's all you need to do is put the hex value color where the word transparent would be. We're going to save. We're going to go back to our page. We're going to refresh. And now you see everything that has a button has a red color. Very simple, red background color. When you hover over, it changes to a semi-transparent darker version, okay, slightly darker version, because what we've done in this particular instance is we've used what's called a RGBA, and we've used a black color, and we've used an alpha transparency of 20%. So basically it's a black button which is only 20% transparent. If you wanted to have an actual solid color, you just replace the RGBA with the pound sign, and let's go with white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have a solid white button in there. I hit refresh. When we hover over, now we get white. And this is where you have to change the color of the fonts as well to match your button colors. And that's done, and we show that in another tutorial. So, with that being said, for you advanced users out there, and you might need to Google this a little bit, is working with RGBA colors, because 000 is the color for black. You can get other colors using different online sources, and you'll have to source that yourself through Google to figure out what the color value is. So if we were to punch in something like 157, 12, 98, and we're going to darken this up to about 50% or 0.5, we're going to save that, go back to our page and refresh. Now when I hover over, you see it's sort of a purpley color with a, you can still sort of see the stripes behind it. So, like I said, this is really into the advanced stuff when it comes to CSS, but using an RGBA color is so cool because you can keep a bit of the background in view, and then you can just change the hover color to be semi-transparent, and it gives a much nicer effect than just a solid color. So that's how you change the button color and the button hover colors.